What's good, squad? It's your boy Salvador. A lot of y'all are new and just incoming. Just a little. I'm a reaction channel. Be reacting to stuff. A little bit into YouTube. Had stopped for a couple months, but I'm back. So yeah, we back at it, man. It's your boy Sal, and let's just get right into it. So this one is woman doesn't realize her Tinder date is a killer. Yeah. Without further ado, let's get to it.
Friends and family quickly reported her missing, but to no avail. Meanwhile, Jessie was recorded on CCTV out and about, going up and down the elevator, carrying cleaning supplies, and what appeared to be a suitcase. A suitcase.
Wait. So they had a good night out, right? Let me just so we're all on the same page. They had a good night out. They had some drinks. Let's just say some Don Julio, right? They slid back to the hotel. Bro was telling her his methods and his little positions he like going to whatever, right? She's like, oh yeah, she's fucking with it, whatever. They slid back to the hotel. Keep in mind, no one's seen from her or heard from her for days. And her birthday was the day she died on, or the day after. That's sad as fuck. And you instantly go get supplies. Like, yeah, bro, you going out. And you bringing a suitcase up, you
With
going
content
out. And they got cameras, bro. Like, they have no footage of homegirl leaving. None at all.
that would shock everyone to the core. And what's even worse, the killer had another date lined up. And if the cops don't intervene,
Nah, he had another one lined up. Nah. How about we link up at the Bluestone room tonight? Nah. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh.
and arrest him quickly, this girl, as well as countless others, could fall victim to this very same man.
Of course, of course. What the hell?
Tell me what happened last and from the beginning? Yeah.
At
Nah, from the middle.
5:37 p.m. on December 1st, 2000.
From the beginning? Bro. This dude gonna be crying, swabbing at the judge. They about to give this dude the book. Promise you.
2018, Grace, who just finished a
Squad, you know they about to lock this dude up. You know they are.
backpacking journey from England to New Zealand, leaves her hostel to meet Jessie. Meanwhile, Jessie is having pre-date drinks at a local bar, downing several beers before the date begins.
There ain't down.
In fact, as he leaves the bar, you can still see at least 4 empty bottles sitting on the table. They meet in a popular spot where there's plenty of people, making Grace feel safe while she meets her date for the first time. But this will be a false sense of security, as Jessie has no plans to try anything untoward in public. He's going to wait until they're alone. Suspecting nothing, Grace accompanies Jessie to a bar where they drink together for over an hour before they head for a Mexican bar at 7:15 for more drinks, and yet another bar named Bluestone Room around 8:30 p.m.
Bruh has spots. Bruh has spots that he took her, and it was more than once. Bruh took her to 3 different bar spots. Blood, are you good? You cool, bruh? You cool?
This will be where Jessie tries his luck and sees if he can get a little closer to Grace. At 8:54, they share their first kiss.
Oh.
This is when Jessie takes a trip to the...
Nah, on some real shit though, I feel bad. This is a sad case. Like, this is not even at your most vulnerable. You over here getting tipsy and shit, and the guy you just met, you thinking bruh's fucking, I don't know, Al Capone or whatever. And bruh turned out to be a Epstein or EDP 45. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta stay safe. Be careful who y'all dealing with.
Bathroom, and where Grace sends her very last message to anyone, telling her friends that it's going amazingly well and that she just clicks with him so well. She's probably excited to spend the night with a man that she genuinely likes. She could have had no idea that instead, he was about to end her life in one of the most horrific ways possible.
That shit don't even make no sense. You spend your time, right? You spend your time, like hours, to kick it with homegirl, right? You fucking with her and everything. You were buying her drinks and food throughout the whole night. just to ask her. Squad. And you're not even trying to smash. You just taking her to the room to ask her. You sick.
The next morning, Grace's phone starts to receive a ton of messages. It's her birthday, and there are plenty of friends who want to send her their best wishes. Each and every one of these messages goes unanswered.
On everything I love y'all, my bad for keep pausing and shit. He was probably texting all her friends and homeboys. Oh yeah, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. You feel me? Like, meanwhile she over here like in a suitcase type shit.
First sign that something is wrong is at 8 a.m. when Jesse enters the very same elevator, this time on his own, throwing the camera a suspicious glance. If you think he
caught you on camera, boy. Caught you
the
on
first
camera,
sign
boy.
that something is wrong is at 8 a.m. when Jesse enters the very same elevator, this time on his own, throwing the camera a
caught your silly ass. Caught your silly ass looking back. All scared and shit. Scared of what, man? You did what you did. You ain't scared of none. Go do your time, nigga.
Suspicious glance. If you think he's just getting the birthday girl a morning coffee, then think again. During that night, Jesse killed Grace by strangulation, and now he's going to try and do everything he can to cover up his crime, and he needs to do it quickly, because he's already got another potential victim lined up. By 8:07 a.m., Jesse is in town and about to start the most eerie shopping trip possible. He starts at the warehouse on Elliott Street, where he buys a suitcase that he plans to hide Grace's body in. He checks out the width and depth of the suitcase to make sure it'll fit her, so he can dispose of her body before anyone can catch him. Then, 25 minutes later, he makes his way to another store, where he buys a number of cleaning products that will be used to clean up the murder scene. Then he returns to his apartment for a number of hours.
Bro, they are on this dude like glue, bro. On this dude like glue. Bro probably thought he was slick as a dog. And bro got caught instantly. Come on, yo.
Hours, reappearing at 10:42 a.m. before he jumps in a taxi and Apex Car Rental where he rents a car. But it's what he does next that...
You rented a car. Bruh just had money to blow. Bruh just... And you're not even smashing, bruh. You're doing this to do some sick shit. A crime. That you're not gonna get away with. So really, you're just exchanging that for your freedom. Is you cool?
It's truly shocking, and puts pressure on the cops to discover and solve his murder as quickly as possible. As Grace's body lies in the apartment, Jesse goes on a date with another girl he'd met on Tinder. Given that he has all the equipment ready to hide one body, it's speculated that he planned this to be his second victim of the day. As he arrives at the bar, Jesse is wearing exactly the same clothing that he wore the night before, possibly the same clothes that he wore when he killed Grace. We're not sure whether Kempson was as pushy in his initial messages to this girl, but what we do know is that the conversation he struck up with her during the date not only brought up some major red flags, it downright terrified her.
But this dude might be worse than Diddy, bruh. Nah, what Diddy did was bad, I ain't gonna lie. They're right there, though.
Allegedly, he wanted to talk to her about where to hide a dead body from the police. Right away, the date is over, and this girl's instincts may have just saved her life. It's hard to imagine the horror that she would have felt when she learned the truth about the man she just walked away from.
Bruh, she just saved herself, like deadass.
Certain that he likely had the same fate lined up for her as he did with Grace. At 8:56 p.m., we can see Jesse carrying a piece of equipment back to his apartment. More precisely, it's a carpet cleaner, and he's going to try and use that carpet cleaner to try and remove any trace of Grace's presence at his apartment.
Bro just has a whole carpet cleaner in the elevator with, like, cleaning bottles. Bro, this girl is missing. She hasn't been seen leaving the room since she got there with you. And then you're going up to the room with hella, like, sus shit. Bro, there's no explaining this shit. You got caught. Nah, this shit crazy.
He's even got 2 bottles of cleaner in his hand.
You knew what you was doing, like, from the jump. Unless you plan on using that on yourself and causing yourself to get an infection and shit. It's on you, bruh. Fuck that.
making sure he's got enough to get the job done. 30 minutes later, and we're greeted with the product of all his hard work. He's about to try and hide the body. He reappears in the elevator with a trolley carrying several luggage bags, one of which is the suitcase that he'd bought earlier that morning. It's
could tell
way
that
too
shit
heavy to
heavy,
carry, as inside is Grace's dead body. Of course, he can't walk through the streets with this amount of baggage, which is exactly why he hired the rental car. Minutes later, he's loading the rental car with all of the baggage, ready to make the next move in his attempt to cover up this murder, hiding the body in a place he thinks no one will find it. The next morning at 7 a.m., Jesse buys a shovel.
Bro, this dude is like the dude from this David case. I know y'all know about this shit. Bro, you went to a hardware store and bought a shovel. Bro, you know they have all your transactions linked? You know, once you're a suspect, they start really putting their homework and watching footage and seeing where you was and making sure where your transactions are going, make sure where you're going. Bro, they are tracking you. You did a crime and they are tracking you and you are buying. You're fucking up over and over. And on top of all that, while you could be fleeing and hiding, you go to stores and try to buy stuff. Like, bro, they're gonna know where that shit's at. Like, dude.
And heads back to his apartment, where he collects some clothing to take to the dry cleaners, destroying more potential evidence of his crime. But he's not done there, as he stops off at a random trash can, tossing a large trash bag inside. Then Jesse takes his rental car for a deep clean, paying particular attention to the rear of the vehicle, where he had stashed the suitcase containing Grace's body. And with that, his work was done. For the next 2 days, Grace's family and friends go through turmoil. Nobody has heard from her, she hasn't posted on any social media, and she isn't answering either of her 2 phones. Her family report her missing to Auckland police on December 5th. Grace's father, David, even flies to Auckland and makes a heartfelt appeal for his daughter's safe return.
Grace has been missing for 7 days, and as a family, we've been extremely concerned for her welfare. To everybody who's seen, spoken to, or come into contact with Grace, come forward and contact the investigation team.
With so much media coverage at the time, Jesse likely saw her father's appeal, and yet the family's pleas went unanswered. But Auckland police are about to use various methods to track Grace's last movements and find their main suspect in her disappearance.
Bro, it was him. He isn't a suspect. It was him. Bro, come on, bro. You can't do that shit. Come on, man. Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about too.
To find out she was on a date with a mystery man, and after poring over hours of surveillance footage, they find the last person she was with, and track him back to his apartment.
Bro,
at 3 p.m. on December 5th, the cops turn up at the City Life Hotel, but they almost miss their man, as he eyes them in the lobby when he approaches the front door. Jesse thinks if he casually strolls away, he won't be noticed, but these eagle-eyed cops don't miss a trick and quickly apprehend him before he can make an escape. At this point, the smartest thing for Jesse to do is to own up to his crime, maybe try to play it off as an accident and face the consequences. But he's not going to do any such thing. In the interrogation room, he plans to lie his way out of this, but he's completely unaware that the cops have already seen every move from the night of the murder and have about as much evidence as he has.
So I was talking to Grace.
Okay, so look, not saying you should do this or whatnot, but if you're gonna have anyone do the dirty work, why would you do the dirty work? So you're gonna just put yourself at risk unless you wanted to get caught. Some people just want to get caught.
We'd matched on Friday. I saw that we'd matched the next day on Saturday. And then we met at Sky City. And then we decided that we were going out to Andy's Burger Bar, which is on the first floor.
Not long into this interview, Jesse becomes entangled in his first lie, as he claims Grace was the one pushing for a date, when we already know he was the one trying hard to meet Grace in their initial messages.
Whose idea was it to go to that particular burger place? Me. Because I didn't initially know that she was real.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of. So, have you heard of catfish?
So look, this dude right here, this cop, he's looking at this dude like, you're a bunch of bullshit, horse shit, cow shit. Like, bro, like immense amount of shit. Like, dog shit, and that shit's bad. I got three king corsos, bro. Horse shit, cow shit. Right. This dude's looking at him like that. This other dude, this idiot, bro, they already caught you. And if you can't put the pieces together, that's on you. But now you're gonna talk to him like you're all like scared, or like you didn't know what was happening, or you're trying to like play smooth. Like, bro, no, none of that shit is gonna work. You're a clown. You're gonna get caught up. And gang, we figure out who this is and he's out. We on him. We on him like fried rice.
No. So, catfishing is where someone uses your profile, uses your photos, and pretends to be you, and then meets, and you're a completely different person.
Right.
And it's on Tinder.
Right.
It's all about the way you look. And so, if they use more endearing photos, you're more likely to swipe for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does meeting in a public place sort of protect you from meeting someone who's not as good looking as?
Well, there's security there. So if she wasn't who she said she was, at least in my mind, I'd feel safe.
When Jesse is confronted with evidence from surveillance cameras, he continues to lie, digging a hole for himself that he's going to struggle to escape from.
Bro, this dude is cooked. This dude is straight up cooked like fried rice. Bro, there is no out for you. You cannot escape. This is not your plan. Like, bro, this is your life. Like, you're cooked. Just throw a look at him.
I go down Victoria Street, straight down to the bottom, and then hang a left, and I head towards the viaduct.
You go to the viaduct a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You kind of walked in a bit of a funny direction if you were planning to go to the viaduct.
What's the direction I normally go?
Yeah. It's I'm just sort of saying, like, if you were planning to go to the viaduct.
I normally go down Queen Street and then cross at the bottom of Queen Street, go through the containers,
Yeah.
and then walk along the wharf.
Yeah. Is there a particular reason you would kind of do that?
I feel safer down that way.
The cop obviously suspects something strange here. Jesse's behavior and responses don't seem to line up or make sense at all, and if Jesse is lying, it'll only take a good few questions to throw him off completely. So the cop starts to apply the pressure, sending Jesse into panic.
If you don't know if she's been murdered or not, she may be alive and well. But she might also be dead. Okay? And it could be that you've done it.
What is he wearing? Like, bro, what were you planning on doing?
Hey, that's the last question. Why am I arrested for something I didn't do?
You've made it this one.
Oh.
He's not being arrested just yet, but Auckland police...
Bro, this is about to be the funniest reaction of all time. Bro's about to realize. He just asked him, am I arrested? Bro said no. Right? Just off rip, if you already know and you did that and you asked him and he said it just the way he said it, this is all I gotta say. Like, bro, you are cooked. Bad. Bad.
are convinced Jesse is either behind Grace's disappearance or is at least involved. And the more they investigate this case, the more evidence they find to suggest Jesse is the one responsible. It's not just the surveillance footage that helps solve this case. Remember the new suitcase and cleaning products Jesse bought the morning after? Well, believe it or not, they were all bought on Grace's credit card, as well as an extra night's stay at the City Life Hotel. In fact, it's very possible he paid for his second date on Grace's credit card. And
feed this dude to the dogs, bruh. Shit. I'm sorry for saying this, but he should have been one of Ted Bundy's victims. Or Epstein's. Fucking Diddy. Fucking EDP. Fucking anybody, man.
Extra day at the hotel should give Jesse time to clean up the mess, but it's going to take more than a carpet cleaner to get rid of the evidence. When police search his apartment...
Bro, I heard blood stains. Like, you can't even get that shit out. Like, deadass, I heard something in the blood makes it stain in the carpet or whatever on clothes. So it's like, there's no way to, like, I don't know.
They find traces of Grace's blood. The credit card payments, the witness testimony, cell phone locations placing Grace and Jesse together, and the staggering detail found in the surveillance footage backed their suspect into a corner, and in his second interview on December 7th, they left Jesse no choice but to confess. A confession that would soon lead into one of the most interesting but troubling defenses ever used in court.
Started talking to me about...
But I already know he's about to use the most bitch-ass excuse, too. Watch, he's gonna use some crazy shit.
50 Shades of Grey, which is a ex-fantasy movie that's out. We started having... At first it was just normal. It was very placid. And then she asked me if we could get into bondage. And then all I remember is falling asleep in the shower. I need to go.
Would you like some fresh air?
Yeah, please. I was in
Bro's so cooked, bro. Bro's genuinely so cooked.
and I didn't know what to do.
You see how the cop's like, oh, you want some fresh air? Like, he's trying to be cool with him. Oh, you want some fresh air? Like, oh, like, you want a glass of water? He's like, oh, no, I need, he's already talking about, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. Bro, you haven't really said nothing new to the cops. They, for some reason, keep interrogating you because why? Because they know it's you. You keep saying the same bullshit ass shit, and they not believing shit. Now they starting to really apply pressure, and you talking about 50 Shades of Grey. You talking about a movie, something about sex, and then you went into a bondage. But you is sick. You is sick. Motherfuckers like you. I hope Diddy catches you. And you know what exactly he did to Meek Mill? That's exactly what I want him to do to you. And I'm gonna record it. Sick fuck.
I went downstairs and I was just, I don't know, it was all over the place. I didn't believe what had happened. I was just terrified and scared. I thought that she had gone. I thought she had left.
Pathologist, specialist doctor will perform a post-mortem. They're very skilled at establishing people's causes of death. Understand that?
I'm glad he told him that.
The warehouse at the atrium, and bought a suitcase. I went back, and I was just in shock, because it just didn't seem right. I left to go and get cleaning products.
You know what made like everything worse, chat? Honestly, he tried to cover it up. Like, I know you killed somebody, right? But let's be real. Especially now, 9 times out of 10, you really can't get away with that shit. I mean, you can to some degree in some scenarios, but this scenario, and they got you already on camera, like, doing weird shit, bro. You can't go in 2026 killing somebody without getting caught. So, just don't do the crime. That's as easy as I see it. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. So, yeah, this dude's a piece of shit, so.
So I messaged a friend and said I'll meet you at Revelry. After finishing drinks with her, I got back to city life. And all the time I just kept saying, I'm sorry.
Blood, you're crying. You just murdered homegirl, strangling her, choked her out to death, and you're crying like a little bitch.
And then I went downstairs and I grabbed the porter thing and I put the suitcase on top of the porter thing. I drove the hire car into Wilson's car park and parked it. I woke up the next day at about 5 a.m. and drove the car out to Kew. At first I picked up a shovel from ITM at Kew. I ended up driving towards the Waitakeris.
Bro, they have all this on record anyways, so I mean, it's just better to fess up, honestly, if that's what he's doing right now.
I went into the bush, I dug a hole, I went and got the suitcase, and I covered the hole, and then I drove.
Where is her positions?
I threw them in the rubbish.
Whereabouts?
Albert Park, rubbish.
Right, so what items of her property have been disposed of in Albert Park?
Everything.
All of her clothing?
Everything that was in the room.
Whereabouts did you clean the car? The outside of the car?
I think it was in Henderson. I don't know West very well.
Okay. And what did you use to clean the car?
Water blaster thing from a car cleaning place.
Did she have any injuries?
Not that I can remember.
Injuries, bro, she died. I don't know, I'd be always kind of confused, like, on that, but I get it, like, what other injuries beforehand?
I was just panicking.
Did you inflict any injuries on her that caused her to die?
No.
Did you kill Grace Millane?
Did you kill Grace? Sorry, what was your last name?
No.
Did you kill Grace?
Did you kill Grace Milan? He said no. So, I'm confused because if you were already fessing up about grabbing the suitcase and putting it on the porter, wheeling it out, what essentially are you saying? Like, what is your excuse? Like, what was your reasoning? That's what I really want to know. Because, bro, for you to just do that?
Millane. Okay. And you're under arrest for the murder of Grace Millane on or about the 2nd of December. You understand?
Yep. Bro, what?
Did you intend to cause her death?
No.
Are you ready to take us to where she is?
The media called it the 50 Shades of Grey defense.
Bro, come on, bro. The media is undefeated, bro.
Idea is that someone may consent to being harmed during intimacy knowing the dangers involved. If they made no indication to stop, then it would be seen as an accident, and the person responsible shouldn't face a murder charge. But this defense has always been seen as more of a scapegoat, used by lawyers to try and get their defendant off with a lighter sentence, which in this case would be manslaughter. This doesn't change what happened after Grace's death, and the disturbing series of events uncovered during the investigation. From December 1st, the day before the date, all the way to December 7th, cops found Google searches made by Jesse looking for a place to hide the body. He'd also...
You're going out. You're going out. You had pure intentions of killing this girl. And any other girl you probably went to go hang out with, to be honest. Like that one girl that dipped out on you, you got lucky. I mean, she got lucky. Because if she would have had her second chance with you, you would have been cooked.
Taken photos of Grace's body before and after he packed her into the suitcase. They found Grace's body on December 9th, 2018 in the Waitakere Ranges just outside of Auckland. It was determined that she was strangled and had bruises on her arms and chest consistent with being pinned down. In New Zealand, there is no such thing as first-degree or second-degree murder. All charges are treated the same, carrying a life sentence. That meant there was no investigation into the premeditation. All that mattered was if Jesse killed her or not. It was that simple.
Yeah.
Jesse maintained his innocence, but was eventually found guilty. And on February 21st, 2020, he was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum non-parole period of 17 years. After his trial, 2 more women came forward and claimed Jesse had assaulted them after they met him on Tinder. He was found guilty on those charges as well, adding another 11 years to life added to his sentence.
Guys, and that was the end of the video. Guys, this dude, honestly, no joking around, this dude is supposed to serve multiple life sentences, and I think he is going to serve multiple life sentences. That was probably one of the wildest videos I've seen. May God rest her soul, you know. But people like these definitely need to be locked up, put behind bars. And I definitely do fuck with these little crime videos, so I will be checking them out. For those of you that are new, I do have a Patreon. I just don't really upload right now due to some other things I got going on, which I will start up soon. If y'all fuck with these crime videos more, let me know. I'm gonna try to make it to where we get 200 subs by the end of the year. Well, that's my goal. Without further ado, y'all, is Sal getting out.